Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Spoon Squad video. Today we have myself, Wyatt, here with Noah.
What's up?
Yeah, we got some pre Obsidian Flames format testing going on. So of course there will be proxies because as there is. So yeah, let's get going. I think is this when I'm mulliganing? Oh, we started after I mulliganed 3 times.
Yeah. So I'm on the right playing CHARIZARD EX.
Yep.
With Pidgeot EX, and Wyatt is on the left playing TYRANITAR EX with Lucario from Brilliant Stars.
Yep. I'll let you know right now. T-Tar is bad, but I tried my best.
Wyatt is seeing a Mankey off of his trekking shoes, but that is actually a Riolu. It's just the proxy.
We were a little short on Riolus, so we had to make do with what we had.
Yeah, so that's why you'll see a Mankey evolve into a Lucario later.
Yes. Here I'm trying to just get the main dudes established. I think my hand sucked like so bad that I couldn't get into Doof here. That's why I'm multiplying with a barrel. Because we have to get the Larvitar out, otherwise I'm literally not doing anything. I think, Noah, you started a Pidgey, it looks like?
Yeah, I started a Pidgey. This is obviously a black and white proxy here. I don't have enough Obsidian Flames yet because the set's not out quite yet, but
right.
Here we are. I think TYRANITAR has actually some kind of decent potential into other decks that are not EX decks. So like, it seems pretty decent into V-Star decks like Arceus and Giratina and stuff like that. Because he is able to hit that 280.
One thing it does see a good play into is Gardevoir though, because you are hitting that Guard EX for weakness, so it doesn't matter how much damage you're doing.
I was talking about TYRANITAR.
Anyways, switching it around. T-Tar is really good into Lugia and Palkia. So, those are V-Stars.
Yeah.
But yes, as you said, EX matchups, bad. Very bad.
Here we see me nest ball for arguably one of the best cards in the set, Cleffa.
Okay, alright. He's still on the Cleffa thing. Alright. So, I will preach this till the end of this match. Mew would be better here, but anyways, I digress. Okay, so you're Ultra away. We got Boss and Ultra Ball. I forget what you get here. It's probably just a Charmander. Yeah.
I believe I have no other Pokemon search in my deck, so I'm just going to retreat into Cleffa and use Grasping Draw to draw up to 7.
Yep.
After Iono.
Right. And I drop a card on the ground, because I like to do that. I think, is that optimal Larvitar on the
fairly
board? No, that is not optimal Larvitar.
Yeah, I'll be Grasping Drawing after this Iono.
Yep.
That's a very large sum of basic Pokemon.
I'm pretty happy with that Iono, because my hand, I think, sucked, so I can't say no to a Iono and all that stuff. I don't know what I'm getting mad about here, but it's because you got 3 Charmanders.
The fact that I went Charmander nest ball was kind of greasy.
Yeah. So, all right.
I believe I grabbed the Mew here. No, I grabbed Entei.
Yeah.
So this Entei is definitely more suitable to a build that plays Pokemon Go Charizard, the one that allows you to double all your fire energy in play, just because of its Blaze Ball attack being fairly mediocre with only 3 energy on it.
Right.
And it is a 150 hit point single prizer, which is nice to use against Lost Box and other single prize decks to help offset some prize mapping there.
Right. Okay, so you pass off to me. Or use Grasping Draw.
Yeah, I use the old Grasping Draw.
What did I... Oh, I top deck a Nest Ball, which is good. I either get a second Larvitar established here, which I think I do because I'm scared that you're going to boss up my my other one next turn.
we go ahead and switch that Riolu into play just to make it clear.
Make it look
the Riolu
not as scuffed.
Noah from the future here. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and tell us in the comment section, do you like Tyranitar or Charizard more?
So we got the Lucario here, so I can start building up those fighting energies. Because if you do not know, the Lucario from Million Stars has the ability Roaring Resolve, which lets you, once during your turn, as I'm going to do here, put 2 damage counters on it, and then I search my deck for a basic fighting energy and attach it to Lucario. So it works really well with the attack, which does 10 plus 60 more for each energy you discard that's attached to it for 2 fighting. So he can hit really big knockouts, but it's very difficult to charge him up. He's mainly here as a way to just have a single prize attacker, and as I just did there, energy switch to T-TAR in case you miss turn 1 attachment, like I did. So.
And another thing with Roaring Resolve too is it synergizes with the Tyranitar, unlocking its Thunder Rampage attack to do the 250 damage.
Yep.
By putting a counter on itself.
This is also true. That is the other reason we play it, because it does damage to itself. So, I think off that Iono, I found like T-TAR EX, 2 fighting energy, 2 trekking shoes, and a I believe it was the Gengar from Lost Origins. So really here I'm just digging for a rare candy, and I would have kept that Forest Seal Stone, but I did have to discard my Luminion earlier, so it is no longer available to be used.
And then we see the drop of the fake Riolu and a pass.
Yep.
So the Entei here really is going to become Entei V with Forest Seal Stone in the deck, just as an option to search even more out of the deck without having to shove an Arceus in the deck, which I'm not super hot on the Arceus in the Charizard deck, but I have yet to really try it, so I could easily have changed my mind.
Yeah. I'm also just a big Arceus fan, and we'll put it in any deck that I can get away with it in. But I do see the premise of Entei as a good just attacker, 2 prize attacker, does big damage. Suicune saw play for a reason. The Rondo attacks are usually pretty good.
Entei also has 230 hit points, which is pretty beefy.
Pretty big. We already see Arceus decks have a hard enough time dealing with Dragonite V. And now you have Entei V that doesn't even damage its own board, so you can't just Radiant Alakazam choice about Arceus it. So it's definitely beefier.
So I go ahead and retreat into Entei and use Blaze Ball. Entei's pressure ability is currently active now, reducing all damage done to all of my Pokemon in play by 20.
Yes.
But of course it only works when Entei's active, and now Wyatt is going to promote his Larvitar. This Larvitar is not the optimal one either. The one from Obsidian Flames has 70 hit points and 1 retreat, as opposed to this one's 2. So if you build this deck, definitely include more of that guy. I think I only have 1 from the pre-release I went to, but we're just going to see Wyatt using Roaring Resolve again.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think I forget to do that every turn, but that definitely is something that you could forget to do, and don't, because it's a very good ability. I think, was this the game we put in the Recycler, or was this the game before we put in the Recycler? I think we put it in the Recycler for this one.
I think Recycler is in this deck, yeah.
So, originally when we played this deck, it only had, like, 8 energy and no Recycler? And we found out very quickly that by doing the Roaring Resolve and just loading energy up on him, that you run out of energy very quickly in this deck, and also are prone to decking yourself out quite often. So this energy recycler is very good at keeping your deck maintained.
It's very much a try to get established as fast as possible type of deck, so it does deck yourself out pretty quickly if you need to play a longer game. Wyatt goes for the desperate double stab last turn and then gets the nice 10 damage chip there.
Yep.
I just retreat into Entei and save Blaze Ball again, I believe.
Yep. I think on that last turn, I really wanted to go for the Lucario knockout, like I am going to do here. However, with 2 energy on Lucario, it does exactly 130 damage. And while Entei has 130 HP, it also has that ability preventing 20 damage onto it to all your Pokemon when it's in the active. So it effectively has 150 HP, so I couldn't knock it out, which is why I had to go for that boss attempt to stall a turn play with Larvitar.
Very true. And now you can power yourself up and cleanly take a knockout here.
Yep. So this hand is very dead if I remember correctly. It's just like TYRANITAR EX, and then a bunch of other dead cards. And that Gengar, which I don't have an Ultra Mole for yet. So we're currently just sitting here, and I'm like, I think I may have taken the rare candy off prize cards there. So I was very upset to see this Iono, but you know, that's why we play the card. It's good at doing that thing.
It's fine. You find the rare candy anyway. And
now both my TYRANITAR EX are on the bottom of my deck.
And a Raihan.
And a Raihan. Woo! I think actually what made me very sad is that this turn you chose to not take a knockout, and therefore not activating my Raihan, so I was left without the ability to use that and grab TYRANITAR EX.
I go ahead and Nest Ball from you, as Wyatt indicates that the deck he is playing is indeed stinky poo-poo.
It is indeed terrible.
I evolved my Charmander on field and the Charmeleon.
Yep. And we do just see the grasping draw there.
I don't know. Yeah. And then I go for the grasping draw. I'm curious to know your thoughts on what you think the optimal Charmeleon would be.
I don't even know what Charmeleons are in standard right now.
It's just this one, the one that will come in 151 and the
Pokemon Go one.
Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go does 100 for 4, and you discard a fire, I believe.
So, from what I've seen, all of the early lists, if they are playing a Charmeleon, they are playing the new one. Yeah, it looks like the Pokemon Go Charmeleon does 100 discarded energy, so I don't think that one's very good. Let me see what the Obsidian Flames Charmeleon does.
The Obsidian Flames one does 70 for 2 and then 20 to itself.
70 for 2 and 20 to itself. That one's probably just better because it's more energy efficient. You're not having to use as many energies. And even if you use the Charizard ability, you're able to put 2 energy there and then an energy on something else and do 70. So, and that does KO like a Comfy. So,
yeah, very true. Most evolving basics these days have 70 hit points, so that's pretty good.
So I think I've got nothing going on there. And I think the little damage moving I just did there was using Radiant Alakazam. I just forgot to do it on my turn because I'm like, at some point I can KO this Cleffa after I put damage on something.
And just do that.
So
that is a big drawback of Cleffa. It does only have 30 hit points.
It is a baby.
So it is a baby. I go ahead and get 3 energy with Infernal Rain here. Probably just gonna go 1 on the one with 1 energy on it, and then 2 on the other.
Yep. Already had that 1 energy on there from the other Infernal Rain, so no need to cash an extra one there. Attack only costs 2. And this Cleffa has...
Ideally, you'd want to see a Pidgeot on my field at this point. But Pidgeot's just not lining up right now, so I go ahead and bosses only Larvitar with energy on it, so that I can take a nice secure knockout here.
This is the point where I really get sent far back because I'm down 2 Larvitars. I have to send up a sacrificial Larvitar in order to have a chance. Or is this where I have the? This is where I have the rare candy T-Tar punch.
Yeah, because I would assume you grabbed like Tyranitar here or
Yeah.
like an Ultra Ball.
I think I get Ultra Ball here to dump. I think I'm getting the barrel off this Ultra Ball if I remember correctly.
Because you got at least one rare candy off of.
Oh, this is the hand that I have 3 rare candies in.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Why are you getting rid of all those candies?
I ended up with 3 rare candies in my deck, and I think I finally drew a T-Tar. So I was able to go with the Raihan here. So even though he knocked out my Larvitar with Energy on it, I'm still able to power this one up in 1 turn because the attack on Tyranitar only costs 2 fighting. So we'll see me do the barrel here. Oh, I didn't even have the Tyranitar yet, because I was hoping to pull it. That's what was happening here. But I do get there. We do find it. Find the energy as well. So we are attacking at least. I'm putting damage on the board.
Damage is going on the board, and it will at least secure a KO on the Cleffa next turn.
We'll go ahead and use Roar Result here. The reason I didn't use it before I Bibarelled is because I needed to find an energy to attach to Tyranitar. So I made sure to wait to use that ability because I wanted as much energy on my deck as I could in order to draw it off the barrel. I have a better chance of finding it. So, do all that, and then I forget the actual name for this attack. On the card it says like Thor's Rampage or something. I want to say it's called like
yeah, I think it's just like Lightning Rampage.
It's Lightning
I think
Rampage.
that's the name of the
Something
attack.
like, it does 250 damage if I look at Pokemon deck.
Something I noticed with those Terra EXs that change type is that they their second attack has like some indicator of the name of like the type that they are.
Yeah.
So like Charizard has Burning Darkness, Tyranitar has Lightning Rampage, and then Vespiquen has Phantom Queen.
Yep.
Just there's no confusion as to like, you know, this Tyranitar with a light bulb on its head is definitely a lightning type.
Right.
Just in case you guys forgot.
Just so you know, there is a fighting energy next to his attack cost, but he is a lightning Pokemon.
He is wearing a goofy hat that says, I am a lightning
I am
Pokemon.
a lightning Pokemon.
That- I really wish the Terra trait did something more significant.
Yeah, it definitely is. It feels very insignificant a lot of the time, but it is something that I feel like is definitely going to come up, especially at like big tournaments, because Rapid Trigger, who is very much a deck right now, so into Tyranitar, while it is hitting you for weakness, it can't take advantage of A, one-shotting you because it doesn't do 170 damage, it caps out at 150. And it can't snipe your bench Tyranitars to set them up for double knockouts because they can't take damage. So
This is very true.
I am getting down to like the bottom of my deck here. So if you see me counting my deck here,
this is the fear.
I'm like, oh, there's...
It's a deck that wants to go fast, but it also wants to keep resources in hand.
Yes.
So you deck out a lot.
Yeah, I had to. So I had to count there and make sure there is 6 cards in my deck, so I'm not losing off this chorus. And I forget if I play the Recycler this turn or if I play it next turn, but I basically just needed a way to get energy back in my deck. The unfortunate part, though, is, as you'll see me do here, I don't know if the second Lucario is in my deck, so I'm going to Ultra Ball forward anyway and see if it's that last card in my deck, and I believe it is a switch. So that means my Lucario is prized, which really would be helpful here, because right now I don't have a bench Pokemon set up with damage on it, so my Tyranitar is not doing additional damage.
Which is why I bossed your Lucario last turn.
Correct.
To knock it out. It seemed like a good play for you to not be able to keep up in the damage exchange here where we're just punching each other.
Yeah. Yeah, this entire matchup is pretty much just punch, punch, see who can get there. The good thing is, though, because I did 250 last turn, Charizard doesn't have 500 HP, so the 150 will still KO it. And you do see me move the 20 off it to the Cleffa first, so I take that knockout. And then I will also be knocking out the Charizard here with the Lightning Rampage. So 3 price turn for me. I'm feeling alright. Might still have a shot.
I go ahead and throw the Mew up here, and then I draw for turn. I think I'm really just wanting to secure as many avenues as possible, so I want to get Pidgeot in play.
Yep.
I still just forget what's in my hand here,
Yeah.
but I do get Artisan for the next Charmander.
Yep. You gotta make sure you have all the attackers on board that you could need. Because at some point here, we're going to get into this part where we're going to be two-shotting each other, and so we want to keep switching between our EXs to make sure that a clean one is in the active at all times. So even if our bench ones have damage on it, you just hope they don't have boss's orders, and they can't return KO you after you punch them.
I go ahead and find the Ultra Ball off of Mysterious Tail.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna be grabbing, I assume, Pidgeot with that, because I think I probably have a rare candy in hand here.
Swapping the Pidgeys there.
I just switched.
The real one.
You get the real one in there. I was proud I pulled him from my Obsidian Flames pre-release.
Mm-hmm. He's quite a handsome fella.
Really wanted that special art. That special art is pretty dope.
Special art's very good. A lot of people at our pre-releases locally were pulling them, so I think there was at least one pull at every pre-release I went to. I guess we're just unlucky.
Yeah, I've never had huge amounts of luck at pre-releases. They've never been amazing for me, but
I guess I can't complain. I pulled 2 Charizards this weekend, so
yeah, you have next to no room to complain there, pal.
So I think this Burning Darkness is going to be doing a lot. It doesn't really matter how much it's doing, as long as it's doing half my health, it's fine.
I think we did like 300.
Oh no, this was relevant. It does 300 damage right now. And we will see why it's relevant here in a minute. But yeah, this 300 damage is pretty relevant here. But we do see the Iono come out. So, and I just played Energy Recycle to shuffle 5 energy back in my deck, which I'm now regretting because that means both these cards, guess what they're going to be? Energy. So, I am definitely regretting my decision. And TYRANITAR, unlike Charizard, has a retreat cost of 4, so he is not moving anytime soon manually.
Why did they have to make him so chunky, dude?
Chunky.
Like, why can't Tyranitar move just a little faster?
Just be a little bit quicker. So yeah, I think what would make all the difference here is if I did not play that Energy Recycle and would have waited. I would have had a way to the barrel this turn. I would have drawn switch off the Iono, and then barreled into the Rare Candy T-Tar, and been able to switch and punch here. I have the switch, still managed to draw that, and now we're just hoping I can top deck the Rare Candy T-Tar, which I don't think I can do. Oh, look at all those fighting energies. I do get the Iono.
Look at all those energies.
Do get the Iono, but that only brings me to 2, which is not... I need 2 cards, and so odds are I'm not drawing the 2 that I need.
Yeah. Your odds are pretty slim here to grab Rare Candy T-Tar. Oh, you almost got there.
And then I see a forest, and I'm like, okay. So I choose to punch up for, what, 30 damage? Yeah.
Yep, confront for 30.
Confront for 30.
He's just confronting me.
I am. I'm getting all up in your face. With my 30 damage. I forget what I'm checking for here. I think boss's orders. Which I think there's 3 in the discard, so I'm like, you probably don't have it here. Not that it matters, because I can't two-shot.
I don't think I had a way to boss. I don't think I had a way to boss.
Yeah, because you were going for the quick search. Yeah, my goal there was to either draw into the Rare Candy T-Tar and punch your Charizard, or find boss's orders to KO your Pidgeot, but I believe my last boss's orders is prize.
There we go, baby. That's why that 40 damage off really matters.
Yep. Here we see the Vengeful Punch come out from Noah. I'll let you go ahead and explain what that card does.
When Vengeful Punch is attached to a Pokemon, if it's knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you put 4 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So to be able to hit through that 340 threshold, Charizard's using the old crank box to just punch the opponent after they've already taken him down.
Yep. And as we do see, that Rare Candy was in fact the next card on top of my deck, so I'm malding right now. But yeah, so Charizard did the exact numbers to do 300 damage, and so now the Vengeful Punch will in fact, it actually doesn't trigger because I'm not KOing you, but even if I were going to KO you, we would trade. So I forget how that game state resolves, but Vengeful Punch matters here.
Yeah, Vengeful Punch does indeed matter here. And then I just announced Burning Darkness for knockout.
Yep. So I apparently didn't prize the boss and just played both of them, or couldn't find it. It might have been buried.
So in reality, the 40 damage didn't really matter. The 40 damage didn't really matter in the long run,
Correct.
But oh well.
There's another thumbs down for me.
It does things. And there we go.
All right. So, Noah, what were thoughts on Charizard EX after today?
Charizard definitely seems like it has potential. With such a powerful attacker that you can get out on the second turn of the game, fully powered up, just swinging for 180 damage with such high hit points, just seems really solid right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the fact that he is very powerful and has a lot of potential. I think, like you were saying, the thing we are missing from the deck currently is a extra way to just search something out, whether that's Entei V with Force Seal or Arceus. Just an extra consistency boost to get the few cards that you need is really what Charizard was missing there. T-Tar, on the other hand, was missing a lot. He's going to need to go back to the drawing board, and we're going to have to figure out how to make him work. So
that'll happen someday. Somebody will figure out
leave that
the way
to other
run it
people.
out. Thank you guys for watching another Spoon Squad video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content, and be sure to let us know how you like our content in the comments below.
We will see you next time.
Alright, see ya.